Coach, obviously, when you play a midweeker like this and then you go play a great team like
Yeah.
Duke, I know you've played a lot of good competition and non-con, but the way this is spaced out, does that make it a little different, the fact that you're going to be traveling to 2 different spots?
Yeah, I mean, we knew the schedule in September, what it was going to be like, so we've definitely been training for this. And I think the opportunity to play at a great place like Rhodes Stadium and a team like Alabama, and then going into another 3-game series against a really good team in a good environment is just, what we want. That's what we want in postseason. And so kids are in a good spot, and yeah, pretty excited about it.
We talked about how the pitching has been for you, especially with Jazzy just stepped in the last couple of innings.
Yeah, I think we knew in the beginning we'd have a really good pitching staff, and how we utilize the staff was going to be something that played out in the season, and trying to figure out getting them comfortable with coming into games, closing games, opening games, matchups, just understanding all that part of it. So I think that they're really starting to come together. They've always been a good group together. Now they're starting to come together that way in the circle and doing what they need to do there. So really proud of that. And excited for the competition we're going to play to see how that plays out. So definitely we want to grow through the season. And I think that's, as we continue on to build and get opportunities to get challenges, we want to grow. And the biggest part is the pitching, and we did that last year. I think Ashton, gained a lot of confidence and experience to be able to grow through the season to give us a chance postseason. And so when you think about those things, that's definitely the blueprint that we have right now.
How much you've seen with Jazzy's growth, just coming in as a freshman is never an easy task. But you've seen how Jasoni and how Issa handled it on the other side on the plate. But just from a pitching standpoint, just how she's just handling it in her first year.
Yeah, no, she's been great. I mean, I think she's a relational kid, and we've had a great relationship before she even got here. So we had a lot of good conversations before she got here, and she trusts the process and she trusts the plan. And so when you have a good relationship and you can challenge them with different pitches or different sets or things they're uncomfortable with, and they trust you, then you can grow a lot quicker. And I think that's a big thing that Jazzy's done, is just really embraced the moments, sometimes frustrating, but she's learned through them. And, definitely with the drop ball and, now some of the hard rise and all the things that she's added to her repertoire, other than, the things that she came in really well doing. And so, yeah, I'm really proud of her, and I'm excited for her 4 years here for sure.
Following up on that a little bit, you had so many newcomers come in last year and immediately hit the ground running.
Yeah.
How good of an example have they been for some of the fresh faces on this team?
Yeah, when you think about Jasony and Issa and Kennedy Harp and Danley and even Mimi, it's like they come in, they get challenged a little bit just stepping up from high school to college. They get opportunity to get exposed a little bit and then have success. So they know what the journey of a season's like. When you come in as a freshman, you have no idea what you're getting ready for. So you need people to speak to that. And we have an amazing senior class that have worked really hard, but you also have sophomores like, hey, I just did it last year. Let me tell you a little bit about it. So I think when we get into our weekend sum ups, we talk our tell the truth days and things that we talk about, we always wrap up like, man, I used to be in your shoes before. I know what it's like. Let me help you. And then the vulnerability of a freshman would be like, man, help me. Like, it's pretty cool. Their growth happens really quickly. So our upperclassmen and our storytelling, I think, really helps us move along pretty quick on that.
What do you kind of see in both Duke and Alabama?
I think that, one, we're going into environments that are great. They enjoy playing in front of their environments, as we do here at the Plex. We're going to have a little speed, a lot of short game stuff, a little speed mixed in there with some kids that can leave the yard. So when you have that, you have your table setters, and then the ones that try to hit for power, you've got to manage the traffic on the bases pretty well and have good strategy going into that. So that goes with pitching, but that's also defense on the same side. My challenge to the team right now is how good can we be adjusting off of Drugmuller and Curd when we get to a 3-game series. And then when you're playing a 1-game against Alabama, you're going to see all arms. So you got to be really quick in making adjustments in game. Not that that's not a challenging game against Duke, but when you have a 3-game series, you can go back home and make the adjustment for winning 2 out of 3. Where tomorrow, man, it's all hands on deck against Alabama. So really good opportunity. We're going to have a lot of things that we have to have a raised awareness, but still play Florida State softball.
Was Kennedy faster last year than she is now, or has she always been like that?
She's always been fast, but I would say she's a bit smarter now, so she's added to her game of she's studying the game. She's spending time studying the game right now. So when you're a little more confident in making reads and doing things, it adds, your speed starts to play a little bit better, your athleticism starts to play a little better. So I think she's upped her softball 101, and her IQ and her confidence is really raised.
those triples speaks for itself.
Yeah, she's going. She's a greyhound. She's going. Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome.
Cool.